before I say anything, I want to let everyone know this might not be true. This might not be true. I hope it is true, but for right now, we don't know if this is true or not, so keep that in mind when I'm going to talk about this. This might not be true, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, but hopefully it is true. So, Sword and Shield are 2 days away from release, and of course I found out some more terrible things about the game. Like, now they're cutting moves from the game, and of course a lot of them are really good, which is absolutely retarded, and a whole bunch of other crap. But I heard this from one of my buddies on Discord, and it might actually explain the real reason, not the bullshit lies that Game Freak has done, why not all the Pokemon are in Sword and Shield. Of course, all the Pokemon in the game are models from the 3DS, and they had to be imported, I guess, onto the software to edit the models onto the Switch, I guess? Well, when they did it, it apparently fucked up very badly and actually destroyed a whole bunch of the models, and they had to actually get a whole bunch of outsourced workers to come in and try and salvage it. And all they could salvage was the 400 or so Pokemon that are in the game, or at least the 300 and something old Pokemon into the game, basically. Since they don't need to import the new ones, they can make them from scratch. And instead of saying this, they decided to do a PR shitstorm, and of course do the, oh, we're taking the Pokemon out because we're going to have improved graphics and animations, and we're no longer going to have a national dex for the rest of the games in the future, and all that crap. According to this, from what I heard, that was all bullshit. They're just saying that to save face, and they actually are fixing and making and importing the models in the future for maybe a DLC or patch, maybe in Sword and Shield if we're lucky, or to make the next games in the future have the entire national dex. So, that's everything that I've been heard. Now, if this is true, which we have no idea, like I said, if this is true or not, but if it is, Game Freak, you really fucked yourself up really badly, and you made the situation way worse than it should have honestly been. And honestly, you could have saved yourself a lot of hassle if you were just honest with us. In fact, here is what they really should have said when they realized from the start that they are not going to be able to get all the Pokemon in time for this November 15th release. This is what they really should have said. They should have done a video saying, unfortunately, due to technical reasons, we cannot get all the Pokemon into Sword and Shield in time for a November 15th release. It's very unfortunate, and we are very sorry for that. But don't worry. In the future, months down the road, we are going to have a patch or DLC that will add all the Pokemon into the game. And if we can't do that, then the future games, the sister game for Sword and Shield, Diamond Pearl Remake, or Gen 9, or whatever, they will have all the Pokemon there. We will fix this, but we need time. And we don't have enough time to add them into Sword and Shield. So, please forgive us for this, and we'll make this right in the future. That's it. That's pretty much it, what all they had to say. And if they said that, instead of the bullshit that they did since June, I think most of the Pokemon community, even me, would be like, okay. Now, I still would not buy the game at all. No Pokemon, not buying. Even if this was true that this happened to him, I'm still not going to buy it without the Pokemon. But I would feel a little bit more sympathy, along with probably most people, about this happening to them. And we would probably feel bad for them and hope that they get this right. But no, they didn't do that. They lied to us. They were a bunch of dishonest little shits that had a moment where they could have been honest and made themselves look good and have people feel bad for them. Now they look like the devil because they lied to us and saying, oh, we're keeping the Pokemon out because of graphics, animations, no national dex in the future. You took it the worst way possible. And I'm honestly underestimating how bad that you took it. You fucked up in probably one of the worst ways I could ever see in a video game publisher and developer. Jesus Christ, this is near Fallout 76 level bad. This isn't just bad, this was just dishonest. And that's why I hope this is true, that this indeed happened. Because, as what I've read said, them saying no national decks in the future is just PR bullshit. And they actually might do that in a future game. And hopefully a DLC or patch for Sword and Shield. Because if they put that into Sword and Shield, regardless of other bullshit problems I have with it, other than financial reasons, I would get them still. But that national dex is not acceptable for me. I can't get over it until they're all in there. I'm not playing it or buying it until then. But if they were added in, I probably would. While still criticizing for all the other fucked up things they did. But yeah, Game Freak, you really dug yourself into a massive hole that you did on your own. Like, the importer crap, that could have maybe, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt here, that likely could be none of their fault whatsoever. Because I don't know what importer they use for it. Maybe it is something that they themselves created, and if so, yeah, they did fuck up very badly and they should admit it. But maybe they used standard importing programs that other Switch developers use. I don't know. And if that's the case, I'm sure there are other options too. Just like us indie developers and modelers have multiple options to edit our models and import with the PC crap. Hell, I do modeling for Monster Truck Madness 2, one of the video games I do for Monster Trucks. There are so many importers for the models, it's ridiculous. I've used like 12 since I've started doing MTM2 modeling since 2008. There probably are other options they could have used maybe if this was third-party importer. So they could have just said that the importer fucked up, blame it on that, maybe use something else in the future, and have a DLC or patch that could have added all the Pokemon in and admit that they're going to have all the Pokemon in the future. That's why I hope this is real, because that could pretty much fix a lot of my problems, and a massive problem with Sword and Shield and Pokemon right now, because the National Dex is the hugest problem right now. They can't ignore it, and they cannot say that this is the future of Pokemon not having no National Dex. No, that's bullshit. That would be too much of a controversy in the Pokemon community for them to just keep ignoring forever. The National Dex needs to be in there. That's final, and they have the opportunity to add in there. Be it a patch or DLC in the future for Sword and Shield, or of course remaking all the models or having a different importer or whatever to get them into the next game. Maybe a good thing they should do next year is not have a Pokemon game come out at all in 2020. That way they could spend the entire 2020 trying to get all the models and crap into the next games in 2021. That's what they should do. Don't plan all these games years ahead of time. One at a time. That's what you need to do. One at a time. Nintendo, the Pokemon company, they can go fuck off if they want games all the damn time. Fuck them. You need to take a break, try and fix this issue, and then focus on the next games 2 years from now. That's what you need to do. So like I said, this might not be true. I hope it is true, because then that means we might actually have a shot to actually have the National Dex back in to maybe Sword and Shield if we're lucky, and if not, a future game. I mean, all the future games perhaps, if they fix this issue. But yeah, Game Freak, you had a good opportunity where you can make yourself look like the innocent victim of unfortunate circumstances. But no, you had to lie to us, you had to be deceptive, and you couldn't be fucking honest, so now you're the bad guy in this situation. And that should not have been the case. When something like this happens, you need to be fucking honest and just say what happened. Stop this public relationship bullshit. It makes it worse. Just be fucking honest with your consumers and your fans of your games. And that goes for every other game developer too. Just stop with the lies and just be honest with us.